Somebody get Mr. Regal. Hey, somebody call Mr. Regal. Call someone right now. Security. Oh my God. What's going on here? Hey, come on. Somebody get help. Somebody help. Oh my God. What happened?
Everybody okay? What happened? Everybody all right?
Somebody give me some medical attention.
Get some medical.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh my God.
My God, guys, a sea of carnage outside the Full Sail Arena.
I'm thinking it could have been Cole and those guys. There's been a lot of chaos since they stepped on the scene.
Well, wait a second, Percy. Let's not jump to any conclusions here. In America, you're innocent till proven guilty.
So bodies hitting the floor outside the Full Sail Arena as we welcome you inside for NXT and the new NXT champion. Raucous reception from the NXT universe for Drew McIntyre went from the chosen one to now being #1 in NXT as he ended the self-proclaimed glorious reign of Bobby Roode.
It was a shocking night at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3 when the Celtic Colossus lived up to his word. It is no longer Bobby Roode's NXT. This is our NXT.
I'm loving it. Drew McIntyre now sits on top of the throne.
What a redemption story. Drew McIntyre's second tenure under the WWE umbrella, and he has emerged as the man with the gold following that incredible night of action at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. But his celebration was muted by Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish.
You know, I mean this. This is my life. All the work, the dreams, the bumps, the bruises, the sacrifices, the ups and the downs over the last 17 years led to this moment right now. This is my life's work. But I'm not naive. I know with this title comes a big target on your back. I hadn't even won this thing for 1 minute before they were already lining up. And that's just fine with me. It's one thing to win the title, it's a whole other game to hold on to it, so I am not going to waste any time. I am going to get my mission statement out right now. Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, every single person in that locker room, I am putting you on notice right now. This is Drew McIntyre's world now. And if you want a shot at me, if you want a shot at the champ, all you gotta do is walk down to this ring, step through those ropes, walk up to me, look me in the eye like a man and ask me to fight.
The battle lines have been drawn by the NXT champion, Drew McIntyre.
It sounded like a challenge, and here's a man I known for a long time who doesn't back down from one, Roderick Strong.
Strong faced off with Drew McIntyre prior to NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3 before then champion Bobby Roode interjected. Some unfinished business.
Drew, I'll be the first to congratulate you, but I'm also gonna be the first to agree with what you said, and that makes you the target. I saw everything that happened at TakeOver, but I don't care about them, and I don't care about that. All I care about is me, my family, and that NXT championship. Tonight I beat Bobby Roode, the guy that you beat to gain that title. And then after that, you said you wanted someone to step up to you and fight you like a man. Well, here I am.
This is what I want. This is the kind of challenge I want. You stepped up to me like a damn man. I just hope that you're ready to get knocked out like a man.
Fight words exchanged between the new NXT champion Drew McIntyre and a man who has designs on becoming NXT champ Roderick Strong.
Absolutely, and we will find out who prevails later tonight when Strong faces former champion Bobby Roode with a chance to make that declarative statement.
He may be the Blue Brand's latest blue chipper, but before Bobby Roode returns to Full Sail here tonight for the main event against arch nemesis Roderick Strong, we want to take you back to last week after his SmackDown Live debut when our own Kayla Braxton asked the glorious superstar about unfinished business here in NXT.
You see, the one thing that you have to learn about Bobby Roode is that I never leave behind any unfinished business, and my first piece of business that I need to take care of is with that ungrateful Roderick Strong, who had the audacity to blow me a kiss after the war that I went through with Drew McIntyre on Saturday night. So after I'm done embarrassing Roderick Strong for one last final time, I'm going to get my rematch with Drew McIntyre. And I'm going to take back my NXT championship, and then, and only then, I will walk away. But I will walk into SmackDown Live, and I will make it glorious.
The iconic ones ushered out some harsh words last week after Billie Kay was defeated by Ruby Riott, and tonight Peyton Royce has the opportunity to back up her less than flattering words of the NXT superstar as she squares off with Riott next.
I'm not going to back down from anybody. I worked too hard to let this slip through my hands. I'm in the ring to bring total destruction.
They're going to know that's a legitimate badass in there.
I'm going to go in full force.
And I'm going to rip them apart.
After one of the greatest title defenses in the Empress of Tomorrow's career, it was announced that the NXT Women's Champion suffered a collarbone injury at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. However, Asuka took to Twitter to update everyone on her status. And we can now report that next week, Asuka will be here at Full Sail University to update everyone on her future.
excited, Nigel.
You know I am.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Billie Kay from Sydney, Australia, Peyton Royce.
How could I not be excited when the most iconic duo in NXT history are here now?
Take a seat, Nigel. That's enough. Take a seat. I can't believe you get so excited about the Mean Girls of NXT.
And the makeup Mean Girls had a chance 3 weeks ago, but couldn't get the victory. Peyton Royce, however, she had some nasty words for Ruby Riott.
All you've done is prove that lightning strikes once. Ruby, you will never be iconic.
Here we go.
And her opponent from Lafayette, Indiana, Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott bringing a wave of momentum to this matchup as she's defeated the other half of the iconic duo, Billie Kay, now looking to vanquish Peyton Royce.
Ruby Riott from a small town in Indiana, but she always tells me it's not about where you're from, it's where you're at. I can get behind that. Go get her, Ruby.
Gotta admit, I do admire Riott, because she's never fit inside a box, never tried to be something that she's not. This will be a big test for her today, because Peyton Royce with Billie Kay, her BFF at ringside, has it all.
The iconic duo denigrating Ruby Riott in the past, and Riott now wanting to use her formidable skills to silence Peyton Royce.
Peyton Royce, I don't know if you saw this, but she just called Ruby Riott a freak. I think she's going to pay for that.
A heavily tattooed Ruby Riott, I'm sure, is going to try to spend this match tattooing Peyton Royce as, once again, they engage in a collar and elbow tie-up. Corner mount by Royce, who trash talks Riott.
Told Riott before, didn't they, that she'd never be iconic.
Ruby Riott is not worried about being iconic. She's worried about making a statement here.
Nice reversal by Royce into the head scissors. Vice-like grip. Both Royce and Riott have had the opportunities at the NXT Women's Championship in the past. Of course, Asuka remaining undefeated at TakeOver Brooklyn 3 with a fantastic match over Ember Moon. Riott looking for the backslide. Royce lands on her feet. Leapfrog by Royce. Riott blocks the hip toss, delivers an arm drag, and there's a drop kick that finds its target. Lateral press by Riott, hooks the leg, and Peyton Royce escapes it too as Riott immediately bars the left arm.
Simple arm bar. Applying a lot of pressure there to the biceps tendon, the left arm. NXT Universe starting to come up for Peyton Royce.
Ooh, vicious forearm smash by Peyton Royce. Riott just continues to control Royce's left arm.
Oh! That's
Innovative offense.
Yeah.
A big knee to the face by Peyton Royce. Turning the tables on Ruby Riott.
That, to me, is the real strength of Peyton Royce there. The opportunity, taking advantage when it's there.
Royce's BFF, Billie Kay, watching at ringside. NXT Universe split down the middle with chance for both Ruby Riott and Peyton Royce, and an aggressive Royce now with those clubbing forearms.
Well, Riott came out here very aggressive, very angry. You could tell from the moment she stepped in the ring. Oftentimes that gives you an advantage early in a match, but it costs you as the match goes on.
Ruby's got to find a way to get to her feet, try to defend herself a little bit.
Ruby Riott gets tossed to the floor outside the ring as Peyton Royce continues to dominate Ruby Riott.
This revolution started, it was almost like guerrilla warfare, you know, as opposed to a revolution.
He was like, okay, well, if you think you can go as good as the guys, here's the opportunity.
It was only 8 months ago, I stood in the middle of the ring announcing the Divas Revolution. And that has sparked an evolution. You will no longer be referred to as divas. You will simply be superstars.
Back then, when they all wanted to go sides.
Feathers are flying.
That was like a really deep hole to dig out of.
Me, Charlotte, and Becky being part of WrestleMania.
We did this together, we grew together.
And literally, when we walked out of there, that's when the hashtag started trending.
This kind of match is why our women are co-main eventing tonight.
You have no idea how much better the division is going to get.
WWE 24, Women's Evolution. Watch anytime on demand, only on WWE Network.
That's right.
Good job, boy.
NXT Women's Division action continues. Peyton Royce with a rear chinlock on Ruby Riott.
Taking the air supply right out of Ruby Riott.
Nice reversal by Riott, but Peyton Royce immediately back on the attack, very tenacious.
Oh, trying to exchange here, but Riott's getting the better of it.
Riott with her second win. Trifecta of kicks. Has Royce doubled over. Front drop kick by Riott, and she's feeling it.
Ruby is rolling. I think she's feeling it. Here we go.
Oh! Modified head scissors driving Royce's face right into the second turnbuckle, and that kick right to the mush.
That'll mess with that iconic face.
Riott with the lateral press, hooks a leg, and she gets a 2 count for her efforts.
A moment of indecision on the face of Ruby Riott, though. What comes next? Is this a good strategy?
I think she heard you, Nigel.
Peyton Royce able to bounce back to her feet and has Ruby Riott in a precarious position in the corner with the corner mount.
Riott's legs are on the inside of the ropes, though. To superplex someone, she has to have them on the outside.
Now, Billie Kay on the apron. Oh, and a spinning heel kick by Peyton Royce. Has Ruby Riott in the fireman's carry, Death Valley driver. Royce with a 2 count.
Look at the face of Peyton Royce.
She can't believe what's happening right now.
Absolute shock.
The indomitable fighting spirit of Ruby Riott on display, much to the chagrin of the iconic duo. And Peyton Royce.
Iconic duo always there to help each other out. Backing up, Billie Kay backing up Peyton Royce in the pinch.
Peyton Royce again attacking the face with a forearm reversal by Riott. Ducks underneath that kick. Powerbomb! Matchbook cover! Riott with a 2. And Ruby Riott wondering what it's going to take to finally put away Peyton Royce. Well, it doesn't help that Billie Kay's injecting herself in this match now.
You can't blame her for coming for the aid. Wait a second.
See that Ruby Riott wipes out the iconic duo.
Go BOGO. Buy one, get one. Go ahead, Ruby.
Like a missile, a punk rock ragdoll hit that low pay right onto the iconic duo.
Royce hanging onto the apron now. Billie Kay dragging Riott.
Oh my
what a boot to the face!
Shades of Kay!
I don't think the official saw that.
Ruby Riott is out. Oh my
Billy
God.
Kay just blasted Ruby Riott with that crushing kick. Fisherman suplex with a bridge. Peyton Royce victorious.
Here's your winner, Peyton Royce.
We should mention big assist goes to her BFF, Billy Kay.
What a devastating big move. Shades of Kay from Billy Kay. Left Riott for dead. Let's take a look how this match went down. First of all, between the middle and bottom ropes at low pay. Knocking down the iconic duo. But this would be the game changer. Take a look. Billy Kay pulls out Riott and absolutely destroys her. And then finally hooks the leg, Riott dead weight, and the beautiful bridge for that fisherman suplex for the victory.
Unbelievable. If you ask me, if Billy Kay hadn't got involved, I can see this match going a completely different way.
So the iconic duo now 1-1 in singles action against a Ruby Riott.
Mr. Regal, earlier we saw attacks on NXT superstars seemingly at the hands of Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Adam Cole. Do you have any comments on that?
Well, obviously these matters are of great concern to me, and I'm going to make sure and take steps that this thing doesn't happen.
Oh, pardon, Mr. Regal. I don't know if you've heard, but I'm feeling better. I am better. I'm healthy.
I read the trainer's reports, yes.
The only thing on my mind is getting my hands on Hideo Itami.
Well, I'm actually glad you mentioned that, because next week you will face Hideo Itami on this show.
If I may, you know what happened last time. You know what Itami did. And there's nothing that tells me he's not just going to do the same thing again. So if I can make one request, please, Mr. Regal, no disqualification.
If that's what you want, that's what you've got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, the opportunity of a lifetime awaits as Roderick Strong looks to not only make a statement, but finally get revenge for everything Bobby Roode has put his family through. Strong gets his opportunity against Roode. It's the main event later tonight here on NXT.
Making their way to the ring at 650 pounds, Heavy Machinery!
We are the biggest and the baddest team.
We have a hunger for smashing bodies.
It's about time that we ate.
Steaks and weights, baby!
This past weekend, Hurricane Harvey, a Category 4 hurricane with winds over 130 miles an hour, struck the Gulf Coast,
causing unprecedented and catastrophic flooding
and displacing millions of people from their homes.
During these trying times, our thoughts and prayers are with those affected by the hurricane.
The citizens of Houston and the entire Gulf Coast have shown tremendous courage, determination, and generosity.
Now, it's our time to join in and help. Please donate and join us in helping those affected by Hurricane Harvey.
Welcome back to Full Sail University, and tonight, NXT is brought to you by Mountain Dew and Little Caesars. Make it a 3-count combo today by adding a Mountain Dew and a crazy combo to any pizza. Do the do.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 650 pounds. Tucker Knight, Otis Dozovic, Heavy Machinery.
Where's the beef? It's about to be some furniture moving up in here tonight.
Wild Knight, Tucker Knight, Dozer, Otis Dozovic. All about the stakes and weights. It's all about heavy machinery. Came up just short in their quest to become NXT Tag Team Champions, but have regrouped and would love to continue their path of destruction.
They certainly learnt a lesson from it, which was necessary. I'm not saying they're stupid, but Dozovic is the only person I know who can hide his own Easter eggs.
Damian Aweel and Edwin Negron, the opposition. Aweel going to face off with Otis Dozovic. Both Knight and Dozovic, very decorated amateur wrestlers, and the brute strength of Dozovic already on display. Low center of gravity, very compact, powerful individual.
This is a very important matchup here for Heavy Machinery after Brooklyn.
Look at this.
The wheel all the way up to the top turnbuckle. What goes up must come down with authority. Face first. That'll rearrange your dental work. Oh, that won't help either as Dozovic bulldozes Aweel. The tag made. In comes Knight.
Oh no.
Oh!
I think the only thing that could help Aweel right now is if he can tag in his partner.
Front face lock by Knight.
Would you want to get in the ring with these guys, Nigel?
Depends how much you pay me. Oh, look at that.
My answer would have been no.
Knight, an All-American.
That front face lock, trying to apply pressure to the carotid artery there by pushing his hips underneath himself.
Oh, Aweel trying to fight back. Has Knight in his corner. Tag made. Our first look at Edwin Negron as Negron and Aweel now with some double team efforts. Knight runs right through them and cross body blocks both of them.
That's probably your last look at him too. Oh, the train's coming through.
Stinger splashes for both Negron and Aweel. Luthez pressed by Tucker Knight.
He's got bad news written all over it.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, it's the compactor with some added weight from Tucker Knight. Heavy Machinery victorious on NXT.
Here are your winners, Heavy Machinery.
Well, there are new tag team champions. Sanity, but Heavy Machinery would love another opportunity to become the NXT Tag Team title holders.
Great showing from Heavy Machinery here. Let's take a look. Here's Dozovic actually running over an opponent. And then it would be Tucker Knight ducking two. Big crossbody from the big man. And finally the compactor. Take a look at the compression. 600 pounds. I was going to say who's the legal man. It doesn't matter. He pinned both of them.
I tell you what, fellas, the tag team division got pretty busy at TakeOver Brooklyn. This is a huge win for Heavy Machinery.
A huge win for Heavy Machinery. Big things in their future, but there are some very dangerous tag teams in their way.
So a big win for Heavy Machinery as they try to reposition themselves in the NXT Tag Team division. And guys, what about the behavior of another monster in NXT, the Leviathan Lars Sullivan?
Well, at the end of the day, No Way Jose really got what was coming to him.
I mean, he's bottom line, he's got some kind of anger management issue that's completely unresolved.
And as we saw last week at the Barclays Center, Lars Sullivan had enough of the fiesta in BK. No Way Jose was brutally attacked by a furious Sullivan who was in anger unlike anything we have seen before in NXT. We now want to show you what happened earlier tonight as we were standing by in General Manager William Regal's office.
Based on what we've just seen, actions have to have consequences, Lars Sullivan. So, in my reckoning, you've beaten up 3 tag team partners. So next week on this show, you will face 3 opponents in a handicap match.
Standing on top of the world, Bobby Roode is SmackDown Live's newest superstar. But tonight, he looks to settle unfinished business when he takes on Roderick Strong. That's coming up next on NXT.
This could be catastrophic. Here we go. The monster among men. The beast. These 2 behemoths are gonna lock horns. Brock Lesnar. Braun Strowman.
We are just moments away from our blockbuster main event. Who will come out on top of this intense rivalry between Roderick Strong and Bobby Roode? And as we await the highly anticipated entrances of both NXT superstars, we want to take a look at what is coming up for NXT as Andrade Cien Almas and his good luck charm, Zelina Vega. After their huge victory at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, they have demanded a rematch against the man who scored an upset victory over Almas, Cesar Bononi. The rematch has been granted, and it will be Andrade Cien Almas versus Cesar Bononi, the sequel, next week. Well, ask and you shall receive. As we saw earlier tonight, Cassius Ohno asked for a no disqualification match against Hideo Itami. GM William Regal, he's agreed to Ohno's request. We will have his match against Itami next week. Don't miss that hard-hitting, no disqualification grudge match.
For one fall. Introducing first, from Tampa, Florida, weighing 200 pounds, Roderick Strong!
Strong now looking determined. A huge opportunity ahead for him. Can Strong get the victory and finally finish this long-standing rivalry with Bobby Roode?
One of the things I love about Roderick Strong, no matter how hard the situation, he's going to keep going. He'll fight Bobby Roode in the parking lot with no audience, 0 witnesses if he could.
Came oh so close to becoming NXT champion on NXT TV. Almost defeating Bobby Roode, and now gets a chance to finally conquer the glorious one.
And his opponent, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing 235 pounds, the glorious Bobby Roode!
Oh, what a pleasure! What a delight! The triumphant return of the glorious Bobby Roode, now a bona fide superstar on SmackDown Live. The world is his oyster.
One of the most electrifying entrances in NXT history, the former NXT champion Bobby Roode will do battle once again with his long-standing rival Roderick Strong.
That's a true champion. Still looks like a champion without that title around his waist.
There's one more chapter in this book, and I am hoping that Roderick Strong gets the last word.
Let's remember what Roddy said. This is about revenge. This is about his family and about the NXT Championship.
You think you can beat me? You're a failure. You're a failure. I'm going to prove it again tonight. This will always be my NXT. This is mine. It's mine.
Yes, sir.
Come on,
yes,
Roddy.
sir. Shut it down.
Roderick Strong has had enough of the grandstanding of Bobby Roode. No longer his NXT. The new NXT champion is Drew McIntyre. Takedown by Strong.
One, two, boss! Boss! We're boss!
Bobby Roode using his size and strength advantage early on. Flair chop to Strong.
Ready? Oh, God, no.
Oh, well scouted there by Bobby Roode as Strong was looking for one of his variety of backbreakers. There's a reason they call him the Messiah of the backbreaker, but it's Bobby Roode right now employing a side headlock.
Roode looks as confident as I've ever seen him, which is amazing to me because most people, when they lose the title, they lose that confidence.
He's confident that he can recapture the NXT Championship and maybe bring it with him to SmackDown Live as Roderick Strong ground and pound, just raining down those right hands on Bobby Roode.
Strong is angry, there's no question about it. Can even try for a cover then.
Strong is taking it to the former champion just like a man.
Oh!
Back elbow buying Roode some precious time, but he still absorbs those stinging chops. There's a backbreaker by Roderick Strong. And you talk about deceptive strength, Nigel.
Strong by name, strong by nature.
Oh, wow! He continues to innovate. Another creative backbreaker, and Roderick Strong really taking this match to Bobby Roode.
Is there any way Roderick Strong can't hit a backbreaker from?
Let's go. Nice up, bro. Yes!
On the apron, Bobby Roode with those clubbing forearms to the back of Roderick Strong. Uncorks a right hand, and Strong responds in kind. Oh! Right in that ring post. Man. Goes Roderick Strong, and
again!
That time, Bobby Roode drives Roderick Strong into the stairs after fighting off another attempt at a backbreaker. Oh, and a big boot to the face by Strong. The action on the outside. Spinebuster. Bobby Roode has now attacked the back of Roderick Strong. Will Roode be victorious and glorious again?
Find what fits you at WWEshop.com.
center clothesline by Bobby Roode. And of course, a victory over a former NXT champion in Roode would help Roderick Strong greatly, although that neck breaker won't do him much favor as he kicks out at 2.
It's not only that Strong has to win, it's that he can't lose. Think how bad a loss would be here for Roderick Strong. How long it would take him to move back up the ranks.
On Bobby Roode, showing Roderick Strong that he can execute a backbreaker with the best of them.
How much do you think it bothers Bobby Roode that Drew McIntyre is now saying that NXT is his?
Doesn't look like it to me, Percy. He looks confident and self-assured.
Roode adding insult to injury with another pendulum backbreaker on Roderick Strong.
They know it. You know it. The glorious one is here.
I mean, stop gloating. Just get to business.
Roderick Strong coming back with a right hand and a knife edge chop. Reversal on the Irish whip, and Strong goes back first hard into the turnbuckle. Bobby Roode with the lateral press, and only didn't even get a 1 count.
Barely a 1 count. And that speaks volumes about the intestinal fortitude of Roderick Strong.
But the adjustments that Bobby Roode is able to make, showing why he was a dominant NXT champion and a champion everywhere he has competed.
You gotta think Bobby Roode's been around a long time, and he spends the time. His in-ring IQ is very high. He evaluates every opponent. He's very thorough.
Mark my words, gentlemen. I guarantee you Bobby Roode will be WWE champion one day too.
Roode with a couple of hard back elbows. Oh, Manhattan drop by Bobby Roode. And that will stop the momentum of Roderick Strong. Does it?
Popped him up, gutbuster on the double knees.
This might buy Roderick some time right here to recover.
Strong is certainly hurt though. You can see he's having trouble breathing. And it's not often Strong delivers something that devastating and is the second person to get to his feet.
Now they're just simply throwing strategy out of the book, attacking each other with punches, reversal on the Irish whip, and a running lariat there by Roderick Strong, who again feverishly attacking Bobby Roode in the corner. Oh, wow! Running forearm across the jaw. Looking for the Zydo suplex instead. Arm drag by Roode. And again another backbreaker by Roderick Strong. And a 2.5 count for Strong. That close.
What guts from the former champion Bobby Roode, refusing to quit. You got to admire it, fellas. He didn't have to come out here tonight. He could have just taken the loss.
Roode lands on his feet. Nice reversal by Strong. Butterfly suplex into the power bomb.
Oh, look at that beautiful transition from Roderick Strong.
Boston Crab by Strong.
Bobby's so close to that bottom rope.
There it is. Ring awareness, gents. The mark of a champion.
A wily veteran Bobby Roode able to get a momentary respite before he dispatches Strong to the outside. Fireman's carry. Oh! Bobby Roode driving Strong to the canvas, gets a 2.5 again for Bobby Roode.
Well, both men have done considerable damage to their lower back, which is the reason it's so difficult for them to get to their feet. If you've ever pulled a muscle in your lower back, you know how painful that is.
Roode staving off the attack, or excuse me, Strong with those series of back elbows. Oh, and another spine buster by Bobby Roode. Roode and Strong both focusing their attacks on their respective backs with the backbreakers and the spine busters.
Bobby is digging deep.
Could this be it? Looks like it.
Will it be another glorious moment in NXT for Bobby Roode? Looking for the glorious DDT. Olympic slam by Roderick Strong.
And Roderick Strong has come alive.
Oh! Running high knee to the face by Strong.
Look at that.
Just the strength of Roderick Strong dumping Bobby Roode on the mat. Back press, hooks a leg, and Roderick Strong almost garnered victory right there.
And with all the damage that's been done to Roderick Strong's lower back, he's been thrown through the floor. He hit his back on the apron on the steel steps. He still finds a way to keep going.
If Roderick Strong wants the opportunity to become NXT champion, he must vanquish former NXT champion Bobby Roode, who just snapped Strong's neck off the top rope.
Veteran maneuver from Roode, rolling to the apron, waiting for his opportunity, and then taking it. The look at his back, screaming out in agony.
And yet going all the way to the top. Oh! Headed off with a pass there by Roderick Strong. Now both of them in precarious positions here as Strong corner mount.
Oh, boy.
This doesn't look good for glorious Bobby Roode.
Roode uncorks a right hand that sends Strong back to the canvas. Oh! Step of enziguri there by Strong, catches Bobby Roode. And he's hanging out to dry now on the top rope.
Roode is prone on the top rope. Groggy has no idea where he is. Clear what Roderick Strong's looking for.
Superplex by Strong, and that will continue to punish the spine of Bobby Roode, and the cover, and almost a 3 count.
I think that superplex took just as much out of Roderick Strong as he did Bobby Roode.
It may well have done, but that does not negate the guts and determination from Bobby Roode. I said it before, he didn't have to take this match. He's on SmackDown Live now, but he wanted to come here and show what a champion he was.
NXT Universe appreciative of these two superstar skills as Roderick Strong, Bobby Roode putting it all on the line in this our main event with the stakes super high for Strong.
Look at these two, look.
Well, Bobby Roode played hockey. There's a hockey fight breaking out in the ring.
There it is!
Glorious DDT!
That's it! Oh no!
Roderick Strong's dreams.
Smart, look at Roderick.
Maybe over here, no!
Oh!
And remember, in the NXT Championship match, it was Bobby Roode that was able to put his foot in the rope, avoiding a loss, and now Roderick Strong doing the same, staying alive in this very important match.
That is pure instinct from Roderick Strong, rolling closer to the ropes, knowing that he couldn't kick out. His last-ditch effort was just to reach out that left leg.
Some would call it situational awareness. Another veteran in Bobby Roode, the frustration written all over his face.
You will never be as good as me. You're an embarrassment to your family.
Oh, come on.
Oh! The high knee, another high knee lift by Roderick Strong, who has heard enough about his family from Bobby Roode.
Roddy says respect will be paid.
That could have been the biggest mistake that Roode made.
Oh!
Just driving the kneecap into the jaw of Bobby Roode.
That exposed knee.
Oh! And another variation of the backbreaker by Roderick Strong, who maybe senses that this is the moment he's been waiting for.
Strong hits end of heartache. Will this be the end of his heartache though? Can he beat Bobby Roode?
I think if the Glorious One gets hit with one more big move, that's going to be it.
That symbolic kiss goodbye by Roderick Strong on Bobby Roode. Side press hooks the leg. Roderick Strong has done it. He's defeated Bobby Roode.
Here's your winner, Roderick Strong.
The Strong Breaker, the Strong survived this week on NXT. Won an emotional win for Roderick Strong.
Look at the look on Roddy's face. This means the world to him.
It's been a long time coming with Roderick Strong, but he finally got the redemption he was looking for.
Let's take a look at how he did it. Early on here, referee Blake Works almost got taken out completely, but that came. The opportunity to Bobby Roode to hit that implant needed. Look at the way there. Roderick Strong rolls over one rotation, giving him the opportunity to get that leg. That is a veteran maneuver. The match would continue there. And I dare say it was a mistake from Roode to talk trash and fire up Roderick Strong. Because here it is, end of heartache. He picks up Roode, drops him clear across his back, and finally puts a nail in the coffin. Bobby Roode, it is absolutely exhausted.
Forget how sweet it is.
Again, another ambush here in NXT on the NXT champion.
They're here. Now set loose.
Oh my, a DDT on the ramp by Adam Cole, and security now being wasted here by this truculent, opportunistic trio.
This is our era. This is our NXT. You never know when we're gonna come. Undisputed.
The hit and run attack of Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish